Here's a devotion for the everyday disciple. Luke 9:23. Then he said to them all, if anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. Now, in my opinion, one thing we don't talk about enough with this following and walking with Jesus thing is the daily choosing. Like, we talk about believing, we talk about salvation, we talk about faith and prayer and all the things, but we don't talk about the daily choosing that goes on when we are walking with Jesus. In fact, we act as if it's only a one-time thing, but come on, y'all, let's be real. It is a daily choosing, a daily decision within decisions, within decisions, within decisions. So even when we look at choosing, right? To choose literally means to decide by preference, or to choose one thing, or prefer one thing, or select one thing over the other. So let's take a second and translate that to faith. So when we talk about faith, what we're saying is that we're continuously choosing His way over ours. Every morning we decide whose voice gets the lead, whose will gets the win, and whose pace do we choose. Now, some days it's loud, it's bold, it's courageous, and if we're honest, other days it's very quiet, it's shaky, and it's a little doubtful, but nonetheless, it still requires the yes. Okay, so let's be clear. In Jesus's day, nobody was picking up no cross, especially by choice. This was not symbolism. This wasn't art. It was a sentence. And everybody around knew exactly what Jesus was talking about when he was talking about picking up a cross. Because when Rome made you carry a cross, baby, it only meant one thing, and that was, okay, and you were condemned in the carrier, and it was a one-way journey to, So, baby, when Jesus said, take up your cross daily, he was not being poetic. This was a shock. It was a shock to the disciples. But it's a literal invitation for us to choose this one-way journey of surrender down a road where we can't save ourselves. We only have the trust of knowing where the road leads. And even though we know that that road may lead to death, his example proves that death isn't the end. It's only the beginning. And not only the beginning, it's the doorway back to the Father. The grace for us is that Jesus never calls us to do anything he hasn't first done himself. He chose his cross first and took something that was meant to be death for us and turned it into a doorway of life, and then invited us to follow him to do the same. Not to die once, but to live daily in surrender, because the path to surrender isn't the end. It's where life really begins.